Greetings and welcome back to SmartWatchTix.com. BlitzWolf is the watch of the day, and it's coming to us from Banggood. They usually carry BlitzWolf, and this is the BW-AT6 Plus. It's staked to claim, huge screen, long battery life, and flashlight. It really is nice. The flashlight orientation on this is just right. It's nice, it's broad, it's bright, and you are going to get to see it in a few moments. Pull off the little film on the cover, and we got a little cover over the back where all the sensor diodes are, and we're ready to take a look at it. But first, we want to tell you about it. Like I mentioned, it'll come to you from Banggood directly. Got it in the show notes, the link that'll take you right over here, and hopefully a discount coupon as well. Right now, it's on sale for about $38. Really decent price for an AMOLED screen, Bluetooth calling, big, beautiful watch. We have specs on this one. Don't want to let you go without taking a look at the specs. It is BlitzWolf again. It's using Bluetooth 5.3 for the best clarity and sharpness in calls and such. You've got full touch, FitCloud Pro. System language is really small there. Here's the app languages. It covers a lot of them. Bluetooth calling, again, message reminders. You've got heart rate, blood pressure, and blood oxygen. You also have multiple sports, step count for the day, music player, stopwatch. You'll see all of that stuff here shortly. IP67 waterproof game. You can get this one wet. And again, a 466 by 466 pixel full AMOLED screen display, 600 milliamp hour, always on display too. Works really nicely. Charging time, it's a little long. I'm not sure that's right, but 4 to 5 hours to charge it. Hopefully that's a misprint. It's environmental silicone strap and zinc alloy and plastic for the watch itself. Now deeper into the box we go. You find a pair of straps that are nice. They've got some unique design to them. Black ones here with the quick disconnect. We'll be putting those on the watch. And then you've got a 2-pin magnetic coupling charger, which only goes on one way, like so. And I always test it to see if it'll hold the watch. Wow, by one pin. It's a heavy watch. But once it's snug, plug this in your computer or your phone charger or whatever, you can charge it up. Now, the manual itself, simple little thing, BlitzWolf it is. We open it up to the English beginning. The app that you're going to use, we've reviewed it many times. Good app, FitCloud Pro. QR code will get you there, or link in the show notes will take you to the Google Play Store. You got an introduction, some functions, shows you a little bit about the control center, contacts, some call log information. The call Bluetooth, this is an important one. You're going to want to turn that on and turn on the music audio if you're planning on streaming audio from your phone to your watch. Without that, you'll wonder, why doesn't it work? Kind of tricky, but it's buried in there. You got motion data, sports records in this one, blood oxygen again, sleep. These are pictures from the app as well as from the watch. Alarm clock, stopwatch, calendar. Yeah, easier if we actually look at all this on the watch itself. This watch won't start, Bluetooth's not connected, some troubleshooting information, and QR code directly to BlitzWolf.com if you want to visit them. And no other language, so this is a specialized English language manual they ship with it. Let's take a look at it now. This one comes with 3 buttons on it, a twirly knob here in the middle, and a couple above and below. We have says sport right here, speaker on this side, microphone over here, the charger, really solid and well built. We're going to press the middle button and give it a moment to light up. And it vibrated, says hello, and drops you into a stock watch face. Actually, this is a downloadable face. It'll allow you to have one custom face on here, and then out of a selection of a bunch of them on the app, you'll see that, but only one. It times out, and if you have it set up, it'll go into an always-on display. If you have the twist your wrist to light it up turned on. It'll give you a quick glimpse at it. Really nice. All right, we're going to have to change some of those parameters. Swipe down. I've got my brightness level. It's only set at a 2. It can go down as low as that. And super bright, I'd say 1,000 nits. Outside, it's easy to see. We'll run it at this level. We've also got, from here, your overall settings. We'll jump in there in a minute. Find your phone, information about it. It is the BW-AT6 Plus. That's the name of it. Oops, messages when you swipe up, but we were swiping down. The flashlight, now this is fun. The flashlight module is right there. I tap it and turn it on, and you can see it's really, really bright. Now, I don't know if you can tell, it's got a broad, wide band. You can see how it's wider than it is tall. And that really helps in terms of kind of illuminating the whole room when you're walking around. Got a little bit of a yellowish hue to it, it looks like, around the edges, and then a nice white in the very middle. It'll stay on, and the only way, as I can tell, to turn it off is to get back in here and tap it. There may be a flashlight app, but that's the primary way to do it. I wish they would have incorporated it into a button or made the buttons programmable so you could change it and you could activate and deactivate it right from a button, but they didn't. This is how you do it. Now, you've also got, come back here, Bluetooth calling. You tap and activate that. Again, you want to turn on call audio and then make sure media audio is turned on to pair it to the phone so you can do all the things you want to do with it. A do not disturb and a low power mode are options available too. And of course the time and your power level and your connected status is right there. So we went up this way. When you go off to the left, you're getting into all of your apps. And when you go off, well, to the left to move to the right, you get your step count for the day. Here's calories burned, steps taken, distance traveled by hour, and then a 7-day total for all of your activity with an average steps per day listed down below. So you wear it for a week, you can get a good sense of how you're doing. Come over one more, you're getting heart rate. Cover the diodes, it'll start working on determining what your heart rate is, but it's also set up for 24-hour heart rate if you have that activated in the app, and you'll see it right here on the screen. There's my heart rate. Nice big white digits against the black background. Easy to see again outdoors. Now, sleep time. Here's the total sleep time breakdown, and as you slide up, you get your totals for the last 7 days and your average sleeping. So you can work on a weekly basis, actually daily basis, with a sliding week to increase or decrease your sleep if you want to. Okay, Bluetooth is disconnected right now, but this is where you have your weather that you could look at, and then the Bluetooth connected music player that allows you to, play music through the... Actually, let's do that so you can hear what it sounds like. Here we go. Have a listen. Nice and loud. You can mute it simply by putting your fingers over the holes. Of course, you can change forward or back, pause or play, and adjust the volume level as you choose. After the music player now, you get into all of your workouts, walking, running, mountaineering, and cycling. A lot of these will give you distance tracking if you're paired to the app. There's no GPS module in this watch, so you're not going to be able to do it independently. And all these other activities and more you can have in here. And then finally, you can add, move around, change however you'd like. Everything that's available is active right now, so that tells you what you've got. You can't go back to your home page, your watch face, but you tap a button and you'll be right back there. So we've covered all the different directions of what you can see. We'll get into the app drawer here in a second. Let's talk about the buttonology. Press and hold will also take you to your apps, and toggle, or press and let go. If I press and hold, it's going to give me the voice assistant on the top button. The side button, this turns the watch on and off, or turns it to the always on screen if you've got that. And the bottom button, toggle that, toggles back and forth from the apps. So this is such an interesting, both the top and the bottom button, that's all they do when you tap them. I'd really love to see an option to make this programmable in here so that I could like make that the flashlight, or I don't know, call records or whatever you'd like, but it's not that way. When you tap and hold the center button in the off mode or on, you'll get the power off, restart, or cancel. You can't reformat the watch from there, but you can cancel the action or just wait for it to time out. And we've done all the other ones, right? We press and hold that one and you got your voice assistant. You press and hold this one and you get the voice assistant. Too bad. Lots of capability with 3 buttons to change things around if you wanted to. Now we can go into the apps. Again, I could swipe this way or press this or press this. Any of those will get you here. You got all of your telephone information. This is your touchpad for making calls. Your contacts, your call records, and voice assistant are all tied in with that Bluetooth calling. The data is your step count. Workouts we already looked at. Workout records, if you have any, will appear here. Heart rate. Sleep, you saw those already. Blood oxygen comes in here. It will show you your last 7 readings. You see the red diode going. Haven't even done this yet, so we'll cover it and let it do it. This lets you redo it if you want to. Your reading should be between 95 and 100, so their scale is calibrated at 80 to 100, not 0 to 100, so you should be able to see some variability, at least slightly. And coming in at 99, then it adjusts a little bit as it settles in on the final number. And once it completes it, it'll give us that final value. And this will give you your high and your low. And of course, with only one reading, that's all you're going to have. All right, I think we're just about done. There, it vibrated, shows the reading, and there's your information here. As you slide up, you can see what your average is and where you're falling in the overall chart in terms of blood oxygen. And that we got from the apps, not from sliding back and forth. That's the blood oxygen one. We have messages sent from your phone, overall weather in your area. Again, you got to be paired for that. Ladies, if you got that set up, you'll see where you are in your cycle. The music player, breath training, that's a ability to breathe in, breathe out, and relax. You can set it for 1 or 2 minutes. And one of the things I test is whether it vibrates or not. If it does, and it did, it just did, that means, and breathe out. It's on a very fast pace, though. You can either watch the screen or you can close your eyes and just key off of the vibration. So that works well, but it's extremely fast for what I'm feeling right now. If you've been working out, that might be a good pace for you. Overall stopwatch, you start it, any button will stop it and start it again. Well, that'll take you completely out of it. Where were we? Stopwatch. Okay, it froze it where it was. It's not running in the background, and the bottom will also stop it. You can do lap times in here. You can see those, I presume. Maybe not. Maybe you have to pause it. Wow. All right. Anyway, that's the stopwatch. Then you got countdown timers and alarm clocks you can set. You got a game area here, 2048. And from the app, you can install a couple of other games, I believe, as well. Collection code. Now, this is the QR code thing to exchange information on all of these things. And because it has payment systems in it, in the settings, you'll see you can set up a password. The business cards are here as well. Find your phone, a basic calculator with nice large digits. Let's get a couple of, wow, they're not too responsive, divided by. I always like division because then you can get a bunch of other digits after it. It shows you what that looks like. That clears everything. Start over again. Remote camera, and then settings, which we could get to by swiping down. We'll get to them from here. The menu style. These are all the different ways you can see your apps, and they're just listed as style by name. So let me take a moment. We know where we are in menu style, and come back here over to here, and now we can double tap, and it'll show you the different styles. that you can display in. This is a wild one. Everything is in a kind of a cube that floats around. And there it is in a cylinder. And then there's 3 in a row. Whoops, I got to go double tap. And now we're back to the text style. So that was in settings, in menu style. Then we've got this transition animation. And that's just how it flips back and forth between different screens. Translation, zoom, arc. A fancy way of displaying your data. Display is where we get into some stuff. We can change our watch faces from here, or press and hold and we can change them. And this check mark means this is one that can be changed. That's one of the variable ones. These are all stock faces here. So let's walk through a couple of them. Here's an interesting one. Nice edge-to-edge screen you can see in this. And press and hold is another way to get to it. We come over here. Oh, no, I guess the check mark means that's the current one that you have registered. Here's another one with smaller circles in here. There's another analog one. You see all of the fine detail in this high-resolution screen is there. Press and hold. We get into a combination analog digital now with date and time. Notice there's some active buttons. You can go into the keypad to place a call. You can go into the music player to play music. That's available on this. So a nice little selection. And then we're back to the one that we started with. So let's switch over, have a different one playing. I think we showed you that one. This is the one I didn't actually go into. So now you've seen them all up close and personal. This shows you your connectivity and your power level as well. And there's all of your biometric information. Okay, we've run through everything with that. We are still looking at your settings in display, watch faces, brightness levels we've played with. You got your screen timeout, as little as 5 and as long as 30 seconds. You got the raise your wrist to see the time. How quickly will it time out when you do that? You saw how fast it was. That was only 2 seconds. I can go up to 6 seconds on this one. And then there's your always on display clock. If you shut it down, then it'll be black. So when the watch goes off, it'll just be black. You saw the digital one, and now here's the analog one, and we'll show you that here in a minute. And those are all the things in display. Battery, basically your battery level, and that power saving mode, which you could also get through from swiping down. That was available there. Your overall vibration and ring information, the languages that are supported, Chinese, English, and so forth. Those were in small print on the spec sheet, so here you're getting to actually see them. The QR code for setting this thing up is here. You can set the time manually. There's where you can set a password with this one. Again, to protect you for those financial things. And then your overall system, which we already looked at, but now you have reset. When you press and held it, you didn't have that. So if you decide you want to, get rid of the watch and wipe out all your data, you can hit reset from right there. Or I think you can do it also from the app too. Speaking of which, let's switch over there now. Here we are in the analog version or pointer version of the always on screen. That's what that one looks like. I think we still have the twist your wrist there. Yeah, and it'll come right back to us. Okay, FitCloud Pro. That's the app. That's what it looks like when you're looking for it in the Google Play Store. When you install it in your phone and you have it ready to go, you open it and it'll land in this home page. Get your watch connected to it, which is pretty easy to do. When it wakes it up, it'll synchronize the data, tell you where you're at. That's what I've got in terms of step count for the day. Much better looking chart than on the watch itself. And there's your totals. That's kind of fun how it slides everything up at different speeds. Wow, nice. You also have, what have we got? Health Connection. You can attach that to the Health Connect if you want to, and that lets you get into tracking your data over there. You got Sport Record. Here's an outdoor walk. I think this is with a different watch way back in December, so it'll, keep your data from watch to watch. Well, all right, you can see what it would look like. Here's an outdoor walk, and it tells you the information. and step frequency and so forth. Another outdoor walk. Just some simple sample examples of it. Even though it's not on this watch, that's what it would look like. Last night's sleep. There's a chart, kind of strange. It's all gray. It's nicer when it's in colors. You have light, deep, and awake, but no REM sleep with this one. The app doesn't support it, so you're not seeing your dream state sleeping, but you get the basic information. Heart rate is here. Your charts are individual, so there we are from this morning right up to here. High, average, and lowest are shown. These are different days way back. Yesterday, I guess. Okay, well, didn't even try it until late last night. But here we are back in February, a different watch. But just to show you how it looks like, there you go. A nice chart there. What else have we got? That was after heart rate, and then blood oxygen is supported as well. And you can take an instant measurement right here. You can start it, and then the watch will go in and be doing that in the background. And again, you're not getting continuous, but you're getting little dots here. Way back here on the other watch, I did have continuous turned on, and you can see the chart here, 95 to 100. They got a problem, though. There's nothing over 100%. That's full oxygen saturation. So there's no way it could go up to 102 or 110. So the app needs a little bit of repair to be fully functional. So that covers everything. You can do a one-time health measurement, and it'll do these measurements for you in the background. And device tells you what you're connected to. When you go in here, you could disconnect it if you want to, or set it up for auto connect, which is what we do, and have the audio turned on as well. You got the wallet that you can set up for all of these different payment type systems, business card that you can set up in the app, and then that'll transfer over to the watch, and then you can exchange that information with friends. All the push notifications from your app, you can select which ones will go to the watch. Your alarms you can set up in here. An activity reminder for sedentary, for drinking water, the dial library. And again, this is where I was saying we have that one particular watch face that's installed, and you have all of these others. So if you wanted to, say, grab this one for a nice subdued one, it tells you have to select which one will be replaced, and that nice opening one that came with the watch installed would be replaced by that one. So if you don't want to replace that, well, then you wouldn't be able to install any. But you can always switch back and forth, because that one is in here as one of the available watch faces as well. Yeah, they're not categorized, so you got a mix-up of pointer kind and digital kind, and interesting designs overall. Yeah. So that's and the My Dial is where you would download and keep your dials. So if you want to switch them out and you're not connected to the internet, but you're Bluetooth connected to your phone, as long as you've downloaded them already, they'll be right there for you. And then Me is about you, your basic information, your nickname, birth date. I always choose female, so if it includes period tracking, that will show. If you choose male on some of these apps, you don't even see that show up. There's your exercise goals in units. Whoa, sorry. That's my display brightness that I use from time to time. Imperial or metric is here. Your degrees for the weather. Google Fit, Health Connect, and We Run are apps you can connect the data to if you want to transfer it to them. Your overall settings are in here. When you last cloud synced, set it to run in the background, and so forth. And you can log out, of course. So that's FitCloud Pro, the app that supports this particular watch. So let's run through a summary on it. It's a really nice AMOLED screen, Bluetooth calling, audio streaming smartwatch. It's a little on the heavy side, but that's because it's got a beefy battery in it and a relatively long battery life, so they say. You have 3 different buttons on it. Sadly, they haven't been really optimized, so you can't really do multiple things with them. You have your twist your wrist to see the time that you can turn on. You have 2 different types of always-on displays, and its claim to fame is a flashlight built into it. It's at the top position, which is the right place to do it. When your hand is tucked in, you can easily move around and illuminate things. Some folks have it, watches have it here. Your wrist sometimes gets in the way, you know, of using it. But this one has it right up at the top, and it's a nice functional flashlight. I'm seeing so many of these coming out that I've made a separate playlist, and I'll have a link in the show notes. You can go and look at all the watches I've reviewed with a flashlight in. So as far as the price for it, it's pretty decent, coming in at $38. Again, an AMOLED screen on it, waterproof and Bluetooth calling. So that works out well. If you like a larger format watch and you want something with a flashlight, this could be the one you choose. Alrighty, gang. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.